And you're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Favorite Rugby on SuperSport. Apologies for the delay. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but I think that we are looking all good. The teams are currently running out, and kickoff should be underway in the next couple of minutes. So please let me know if you can hear me properly. Let me know if it's all right, and let me know if we are up and running. Interesting match tonight. We've got the Lions taking on the Stormers. It's a very strong Stormers side. It's a very strong Lions bench for a change. It doesn't happen particularly often. But the return of Vince Tuka starting, which is very good on the bench. You've got the likes of Wanda Similani. You've got Jordan Henderson making his return. Morne van den Berg. Some nice players off the bench. But it's a very, very strong Stormers side. And if we're looking at that Stormers backline, Damien Willems starting inside centre. You've got Warwick Lunch outside centre. A lot of players who are playing some very good rugby at the moment. So if you go through the teams as they're about to come out, the Lions, a couple of changes. First of all, up front, Ruan Drea starts as well as Carl Sali next to PJ Buerta. The second row is Ruan Strali and Ruben Skuman. And then you've got Jack Creel captaining the side, Vincent Tuka, Frank Horn. The halfback combination is Andrew Warner and Tian Swanepoel. The two wings, Edu van der Merwe and Stian Pienaar. Fullback, Eva Verjoen, and the two centers are Burger Oendal, who partners Manuel Russ. For the bench on the lines, you've got Jakob Saki makes an injury return. You've got JP Smith, Yanni Duplessis, Emmanuel Stuka, and Ruan Fenter. And then, as I said, we've got Morne van den Berg, Wanda Milani, and Jordan Hendricks. For the Stormers, it's an unchanged pack. We've got Brock Harris, Stevie Kitsoff, and Skarian Tabeni starting in the second row, RJ Smith and Marvin Ori. The loose trio today will be Dion Free, Ernst van Rijn, and Hachiba Diamani. Then Paul de Beek gets to start up today, as does Mani Liebach. And then the two wings are Sylvester Natla and Sergio Peterson. Warwick Lunch fullback. The center combination today is Damien Willems and Ruan. Now, off the bench for the Stormers, Adja Hugo Fenter, Leon Lyons, Sadie Sandy, David Mayhazen, Marcel Tennyson, Herschel Yankees, Dan Duplessis, and Angelo David. So, let me know what your score predictions are. Last time these two teams did meet, the Lions did kind of put the Stormers to the sword. However, the Stormers are undefeated as the ref gets things underway. Lions playing right to left. It's an early touch of the ball. Oh, Damien Willems, you couldn't have started any worse. Talking about the entire week about how Damien Willems needs to have a good game, needs to get back to his best. And his first touch, the ball has gone straight through the breadbasket for a knock-on. And all of a sudden, the Lions will have a scrum on what is almost the 5-meter line. I don't understand how he takes it. He's there the entire time, and then suddenly takes it like this, as opposed to this. So that's a horrible, horrible moment for Damien Willems. And for the Lions, for the sake of everything that is good, 5-meter scrum within the first 40 seconds of the game. It's the only thing we can do. Get this ball under the feet of PJ Buerta. Get the ball out. Get under the poles early here. Welcome, Bruce. Welcome me. Bruce saying, well, hopefully today is the day my Lions string together a decent performance. Hope Vince has a solid game and JH makes an appearance off the bench. Welcome, Amelia. And Kevin says, Steve, the Lions have a good chance of winning today's game. I hope so. It's a pretty solid scrum. It will be front foot ball here for the Lions. Warner going to Tian Swanepoel, who carries strong. Quick recycle. Warner now. That's a horrible pass to Vincent Tuka. Thankfully, the ball that's forward back to Jakob Creel. Dion Free making use of himself at the breakdown. Jakob Creel, it's all very, very messy. I think Jakob Creel has eventually come away with the ball. And it's a knock-on. You see, we can't do anything right. Why is Andrew Warner starting? The perfect attacking opportunity, and he goes and puts in an absolutely horrendous pass. For fuck's sakes, guys, it's just so not hard. I'm so bored of watching a Lions team that can't do the flippant basics. Just scrambling. All he has to do is pop it to another runner, but no, he pops it up to absolutely nobody. It's very rough. It's very messy. Jakob Creel trying to rip the ball and then lose the ball in the contact. So that's a huge chance going and begging already for the Lions. Look like a pretty solid scrum. I think the scrums will be quite solid. I think Carly Sali versus Stephen Kitsoff is a very interesting battle. And so I think it's really going to come down to Ruan Drea versus Brock Harris, actually. As my screen now sort of struggles to catch up. Look like a decent hit there from the Lions. Yeah, here comes the power from the Lions. It's Carly Sali's side, as you'd imagine. The scrum's coming up, but they're usually towards Warwick Lunch, who goes on his right boot. You will find a very good touch finder. It's a fantastic touch finder. Warwick Lunt is in such good nick at the moment. He has put the Stormers almost back in the Lions 10 meter from inside their own 22. What an absolute cock-up of a good opportunity to attack early on. But this looks like a promising scrum. A lot of power coming in from Carly Sardi and Stephen Kitsoff. So you see Carly Sardi once again having a big tour debut or big sort of putting his hand up. If he can scrum well today against Stephen Kitsoff, that's a big statement for Springbok call-up. Lions do manage to retain the line out, going on a bit of a more here. So PJ Botha has found his man, not particularly cleanly. He's right up against touchdown as well. So this is living dangerously stepped out. I mean, it's pathetic. It is so pathetic. You know you're going to step out. Why are we so useless? Comment saying the Lions was a problem last week. The line out is a problem every single time PJ Botha plays. I don't understand. Am I the only one that sees it? Maybe it's just me, but do any of you guys watch this and can we agree that PJ Botha can't run a line out? He's a hooker that is incapable of running a line out. It's been like every single time he's come on. First line for the Stormers. Now they won't cock this up because Marvin Ory is a sublime operator. They go back. Having said that, they go to the back. And Tian Swanepoel has left it behind, and David Phillips has launched on it. Good stuff there, Tian. So busy thinking it's your way. You need to pick up the ball first. Sergio Peterson now running. We run Dre. Shaming off. Sergio Peterson inside ball. Stephen Kitsoff. Thankfully, there's a knock. It's going to be picked it up. And a penalty here. Not sure what for, but I'm going to take it. Now we're actually taking a dirty tackle, which could be penalty try opportunity here. We were on Dre slipping a tackle, which is great to see. So, I mean, really, guys, absolute basics. So, what a contribution from Sergio Peterson, an opportunity to start. No, it's not an early tackle at all. They're looking for an early tackle, yeah, but it's definitely not an early tackle. In fact, he actually hits him after the ball. So here comes, as the ball's making his hands to Stephen Kitsoff, Berger Undal. No, it's just a drop. It's a knock-on. Yeah, it's just a knock-on. So it'll be a line scrum. But that's a big early warning sign from the Stormers that they will attack, and the Lions are going to need to actually start putting the socks up here. This could be a long day. This could be a long day, people. I mean, 5 minutes earlier, literally almost to the second, we were on an attacking scrum on the 5 meter of the Stormers. We should have made that count. We had to make that count. In fact, I don't understand how we didn't make that count, to be brutally honest here. Right, big scrum needed here. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Carly Sardi starting to work his magic on the side there. Well, ref, Paul DeVet's busy. Franco Horner's burst off the side here, but I mean, Paul DeVet's busy pushing Andre Warner into the scrum, so I understand how that's allowed. Now Warner back to Swanepoel in the pocket. Needs a nice big clearance. Finds the clearance. Wouldn't say it's that big. I think it's out about the 10-meter line, but I'm not even sure if it's that far. So it's just outside 22, half between the 22 and the 10 meter. Goals from enormous distances here on the high focus. Doing the domestic goals from 60 meters plus. Right, Storms with a decent opportunity at the set piece here. Jones van Rijn. Short on penalty. It's a nice get out of jail free there. Lions have an opportunity now to pump this ball downfield. Booking, as they say, is the call. So tapping quickly, and now Tian Swanepoel pumps it into the air. Edel van der Merwe is chasing hard. Australia, I think, is that right? Edel van der Merwe taps it back. Good work from him, but it's not actually not onto anybody. So Andre Warner has left the ball behind. Chance Pool under a lot of pressure at the breakdown, but Lions have managed to retain it. Andrew want to try and slow things down. Over the side, Carly Sardi. Solid carry from him, creating a better angle. Now I'm sure this is going to go back towards the pocket. In fact, it's rolling it back, I think, for the box kick here from Andrew Warner. Middle from the move will chase once again. He's not going to be able to contest. Watchalong takes it out the air, but under a lot of pressure, the ball comes back. 6 in front of the kicker, so it's a penalty against the Lions. I mean, for fuck's sakes, this is so poor. Discipline. We can't afford to concede penalties like that. This is kickable. So what are they going to do? Well, Monde Box reckons they want all the points here. Do the Stormers? They're going to kick towards the corner. Right, so the Stormers are turning down the points and they're going towards the corner. They'll be inside 22. So being very, very positive, I think is the word. Kevin says, true to the Lions standards could even. I know that they're in conversations. I know that they're in high demand. Both Burgle and Undal as well as want to see the Similani. I know apparently the Harlequins are after Vincent Tuka as well. So it would just be pretty typical, wouldn't be? Well, Storm's got up. Marvin Ori wins it cleanly. It's a big initial shove here from the Lions, but now starting to kick in here from the Stormers. Paul DeVet coming to use it. Once is the call. Starting to edge forward, but then still stopping. So Paul DeVet is going to use it. Paul DeVet goes to David Willemser. He wraps up a quick ball from Paul DeVet, but he runs to nobody. Sertal Peterson. Wrapped up but Marty Liebach running around there. Liebach through a gap. That's a horrible high tackle there from Vincent Tuka. Still going to Marty Liebach. Feel free to tackle him, anybody. And Yakuril's all over that. They're going to go back for the penalty from Vincent Tuka. Yeah, it's just poor from Vincent. It gets far, far too high there. Discipline. You can't play a game if you're going to see all these penalties. And they're going to go for the corner, I think, once again, or they're going to go for the points here. Yeah, they're going to go for the points this time. You're calling for his team. It's a break next week after 4 consecutive weeks of rugby. All 4 sides travel to the Northern Hemisphere for a one-off game. So I'm not insane before this game. We'd love to build more of a cushion. More of a cushion would imply you have to go away from Johannesburg to go to the bonus and win. At the same time, talking to build pressure on the scoreboard, but enjoying the territory so far. Marty Liebach from the left-hand side. It's quite far in field, so it's not a particularly difficult attempt. And it does go straight through, so the Stormers will open the scoring after almost 12 minutes of play. Especially in the early stages of the game. Really territory all sitting with the DHL Stormers at 57%. These opening 10 minutes. Kick off there. Dave Blitzer once again under pressure. This time brought up my money. Really, they give it to Tobias Natla. He throws the ball back. Well, it's really good work there. We have Lions line out inside the 22, so that's good work. Good pressure there from the Lions. Once again, creating a set piece for themselves inside the Stormers 22 off the kickoff. Again, kicking on, but also the offload to Samapa. The tackle from Funka or he's looking at still looking good on the outside, but good defense from the number 8. Wow, very important tackle. Right, time is currently off here. We're actually in 11 minutes and 07. Hot day today in Johannesburg, the perfect weather for running rugby. If you want weather for running rugby, today is the weather. Not a chance of rain anywhere. Gorgeous day here. Very, very dry, very warm. PJ Boerter goes straight over the top of the line out. You can't win a rugby game if you have PJ Boerter at hooker. You can't. I believe it's. I don't think have we ever won when he's played hooker. I genuinely want to know. Because how can you try to win a game when you can't win a line out? It is pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. As the Stormers hack it downfield, now the Lions trying to build from deep. I would put on Yakavasaki right now. At 11 minutes, I'll be putting on Yakavasaki. What's the point? You can't play the rest of the game without being able to have a line out. Bit of a kicking match now. Watchalong has kicked that straight into touch, I think. The Lions are asking the questions. They reckon it was out on the full. Touch judge reckons not. For me, this is where Storm's line out, so they reckon it's touching the Lions player. Yakavasaki can't believe it. Not sure which Lions player. We need to see a replay here, lads. SuperSport, come on. This is what you're here for. I'm not convinced this called a hand. Yakavasaki can't believe it. He's furious because he's the one that apparently is then. So it would have been a Lions line out by the 22. Instead, it's a Stormers line. Damien Willemster to Watchalong from deep. But the kicking comes from Steven Pienaar, but it's well wrapped up. Manu Russ gets away from Ronald. No, in fact, Ronald manages to get a hand to him. Lions back inside their own half. Andrew Warner going to Tian Swanepoel. Tian Swanepoel puts in a deep kick. And it's straight out. It's fucking straight out. I mean, it's like watching. In fact, I wouldn't even say schoolboys, because schoolboys are better drilled than this. It is so sloppy. It is so sloppy. I mean, the kick comes in. Manu Russ covers it well. You've got a clean ball just outside your 10 meter. The ball comes back to you just outside 22, and you kick it dead. It's not even like close to being dead. It's well dead. And all of a sudden, once again, you're giving them another cracking opportunity. Oh my goodness me. Scarage Benny goes to the front of the lineup to Marvin Ori. You try another rolling more here. It was well defended from the Lions last time. It's not going anywhere just yet. Now it's starting to get a couple of meters. But it has a big kind of shove there from the Lions. It peels off towards the left. Now it's stopped. The call comes to use it, but I think there's a Lions player that's come through the middle, got hands on it. No, it's peeled off slightly. And it's going to be a turnover ball. Very well defended. Very well defended. Yakavasaki, I think, is the man who managed to get into the middle of that and gets his mitts around that as the ball goes down. So it is turnover ball. Good work there from Yakavasaki. Right, so scrum for the Lions, but the only thing they can do at the moment, thanks to Carly Sardi. A reset scrum here.
Number 9 jersey design. Also a very exciting player on the back, on the bench. We need to figure out
Dear. Right, pretty solid scrum. I think the scrum battle is going to be pretty solid here at the moment. Right, what can we conjure up? Tian Swanepoel this time at first receiver breaks to the tackle of 2 players. Dion Free was over there quickly, but managed to retain possession. Andre Warner going to Ruandrea. And my stream deciding to play like the Lions does not work. Andre Warner almost caught on the ball, and the kick goes straight up. But it's been retained by Akril, and the ball doesn't go to hand. And it's a penalty for deliberate knockdown. Just a penalty, though. Safa love chasing money. Steve, such proud Lions support, but difficult when team underperformance every week. I just need... If you're not good enough, that's one thing, but it's just the basics. And I can't justify PJ Burridge not being able to hit his man. I can't justify Tian Swanepoel kicking the ball out on the full. You know, I can't justify those stupid mistakes. You know, if you are just not good enough and you get, that's a fantastic kick from Tian Swanepoel. He's making amends on that. You know, if they're bigger than you, better than you, that's one thing. But, you know, putting a ball into the line-out, that's basics. Be not under pressure and kicking that ball out, that's basics. So just if you do the basics right and they still win and they're better than you, I can get over that. I really can. I honestly can. I think people that have watched me will understand that I'm not the most critical line supporter, but I want to see basics. It's unforgivable. Like right now, we've got a line out 10 meters out. 10 meters out. I'm not confident because I'm not even sure he's going to hit the line out. Yay, he hits the line out. Fantastic. Well done. First time ever. So the line out over. Still trying to get this more. Oh, they're going almost a bit of a run. We need to try and get this ball out there. And it's turnover ball because, as I said, you know, you can't, you know, and there was a chance to don't use it. So this is what I'm saying. You've got to try and get that ball out. PJ again. PJ every single time. The Lions think he has potential. I don't understand what potential you see in PJ Burridge. Maybe on the flank or something, but not at hooker because you can't throw the ball into the line out. And if you can't throw the ball into the line out, what is the point? Literally, what is the point? I don't understand it. So to scrum now for the Stormers. You see the tendency at the moment there for the Stormers. Stormers have had all the possession. They look much more dangerous when they do attack. And the Lions at the moment not anything particularly special, if we're being brutally honest. Akril of all playing well so far. Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I think we're starting to see the Akril that we remember. And when he plays well, he can change the game. You know, he's one of the best players in this Lions team for good reason. We just need to get him back into form, but he's starting to look much, much better. Lions trying to put some pressure on the scrum, but it is fairly solid. Ball a bit goes back to Monde Liebach. He's inside his own in-goal area. Doesn't find touch. Inside to Evil for Yun. He's going away himself. Puts his foot down. Runs over Damian Willems. So he does make the tackle. Clean ball for Andre Warner. Ron Stroud, a little bit isolated there. And yeah, didn't roll away. So penalty for the Lions. This should be 3-3. So this is better. Yeah, Charlie was a little bit isolated there, so probably just as well that Scarrett didn't roll, because I think it could have been a bit of trouble if he. But looks like a bit of an injury here to Scarrett Benny. The time is currently off. I think sure the Lions will be taking 3 points here. Ellis Park kept us saying we had Ellis Park. In fact, I should be there. I say that every single week. I should be there. I'm going to get back there. Don't worry. We're going to have the Kanya's back tonight. The Carla's back, and now more of our presenters are starting to get back. You know, we've got. I can hopefully, you know, then have them doing the watch along, and I'll be in the stadium. We could do a couple of crossings and stuff like that, which should be quite cool. I want to do sort of more stuff like that, which should be a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks like Scarra Debani should be fine. And Hugo Fenter would be the replacement. Would be a big loss to Scarra Debani. He's a very good line operator. And you also want Andre Hugo Fenter to put in 60 minutes, and especially when the likes of Jaco Saka come. This is pretty much bang in front. Tian Swanepoel should be able to put this through the middle, and he does. So he does equal the scores. The Lions with a little bit of a better passage to play in the last few minutes.
Before the ball even kicked the United Rugby Championship, the Victor was just saying 1 point in it. The game had even begun.
Restart for the Stormers towards Andre Warner. It's a nice take up the air.
Doing some excellent work in the face of considerable pressure on Chase.
Colisardi, lying a few meters. Getting Andre Warner back on his feet, allowing him to get back to make the pass into the pocket with Tian Swanepoel. He's got a nice big boot. He's to find, so it's Evo for Yun. Not sure he's going to find touch. Looks like he just picked it straight down the middle, which is dangerous to Warwick-Land. Now, which direction he's going to go? Warwick-Land. He's going towards the... What the hell's bouncing off his thing? It looks like a mic almost. Ruan Dreo headed well. Then put Andre Warner under pressure there, but Ruan Charlie is there. Ruben Schoolman there at scrum off, going back to Evo for Yun. Puts the kick in behind. And course the mark is Kalant. Interesting that decision that. Now Kalant kicking deep, straight down the throat of Tian Swanepoel. He goes inside to Evo for Yun. Puts this high. Tian Swanepoel with chase. This hasn't gone particularly far. And it's an outlet that takes out the air, pretty much uncontested. Storms the possession just inside their own half. Paul DeVette going inside. Stephen Kitsoff shifts the point of the attack, makes a few meters. Paul DeVette to Monty Liebach. Monty Liebach to Damien Willemse. Damien Willemse now putting the ball down the ground. Trying to search that find, and he does find a touch find. Edward van der Merwe caught a little bit unawares there, a little bit out of position. I think worrying a little about that 50-22, so he was quite deep. And Storm's playing a very good territory game there. They're keeping the Lions all in the just over the line, just outside 22, which for the Lions is a lot of pressure because we know what their Lions are like. PJ Burt has a nice take up there from Franco Horn. A lot of pressure at the maul. One scores the call. Peterson getting away from his first tackler. Not the first time. Paul DeVette now wrapped up. Damien Willemse, the ball to Damien Willemse, goes to Monty Liebach, goes to Warwick-Land. Warwick-Land kicking across there. Almost kick pass to Ronell, who left the ball behind. The ball inside. Lions want to try and play. Stian Pino sees a bit of space. Solid carry from him. Franco Horn realizing the situation, goes to Andre Warner. Shifts. There's numbers on the right if they want to use it, but PJ Porter decides he wants to go himself and gets wrapped up. Don't understand that decision. There were numbers outside. Now to Evo for Yun, whose kick is charged down. Evo for Yun takes it, gets away pretty well. Wrapped up by Dion Fourie. Under a lot of pressure as Evo for Yun. But the Lions eventually managing to manage possession on the 5-meter line. So under a lot of pressure here. Evo for Yun, I'm not sure it was the correct decision. There was just no communication between him. Now there we see a bit more Vincent Tuka. Throws away the first tackler and managed to find a few meters. Andre Warner goes back to Tian Swanepoel in the pocket. And Tian Swanepoel needs to find a nice clearance here. It does, towards the halfway line, but they do take quickly. Kalanti Monty Liebach. Liebach decides to go down the left, go himself. He's brought down just off the 10-meter line. Paul DeVette goes to Stephen Kitsoff. Stephen Kitsoff overloads to Marvin Ori, but Manu Russ is up quickly to make the tackle. Andreas coming through the ruck there, but it goes to Sergio Peterson, who's been very dangerous so far. He's proven to be quite a slippery customer so far, Sergio Peterson, as the Stormers work their way back towards the right. Brock Harris this time, I think it's his first carry of the day. Oh, it's been a 50-50 ball. Money Russ has dived on that. Gets up to the halfway line. He needs some support. Comes in the form of Franco Horn. But it's a counter ruck there. This is the problem. The support player. Where's the support player? He makes the interception, and there's nobody with him. Now here comes the counter attack. Ruan Nell. Advantage red offside, so Lions absolutely nowhere. The cross kick from Kalan to Willemse. Willemse up against Edel van der Merwe. Offload comes to Darmani. Great tackle by Jaco Creel. And the ball's come off, and I think it will be a Stormers line, and it'll be a Lions line. Oh, goodness me, that's a very nerve-wracking passage of play. It's a really good coverage tackle here from Jaco Creel. But that's one Kalan for you. Hey, the cross kick into Damien Willemse. He looked so much space. I mean, he's tried to take it quickly, but they're not going to be allowed to stand. I'm just glad you're English. I don't like Afrikaans. Grant asked, the commentary is audible. SuperSport will come after the channel. They can try. They can try. I want to see a lot of zeros if they want it. But yeah, Grant, welcome here. Hopefully, I'm hoping you leave a sad customer at the end of the stream because we really need this more than you do. If the Lions took the opportunity, they would have been leading. Yeah, what a tackle from Jaco Creel. Big tackle. Yeah, as Williams comes with the cleaner, he's the one that knocks forward. Bruce says, fullback player when Kalan gets the ball, all Lions fans nervous. Whenever for Jürgen gets the ball, Stormers fans are laughing. Yeah, I must admit, I wouldn't say I sit there with the same anticipation whenever for Jürgen gets the ball as I do when Warwick Kalan is on the ball. But hey, what can we do, hey? What's the issue here? Maybe I check to see whose line it is. Well, now they're reckoning it's a Lions. I don't know. It's pretty 50-50. I mean, Berger wouldn't have touched it, but then Sergio Peterson came across and kicked it. So all of a sudden, it's a Stormers line actually on the 5-meter line. So the Lions just can't get out of their own half. They just can't relieve the pressure at the moment. They're just continuously under pressure and pretty much just a bit nowhere at the moment. So it's not been a particularly good half for the Lions. Just not accurate enough, are they? Not accurate enough, and that's just killing us. Right, let's go into Benny. We'll go to the front of the line to RJ Smith. Let's say more. Dion Faria's driven forward. They're kind of just short. Brock Harris has gone for a run. Been pushed away. Desperate defense here from the Lions. This could be held up, which would be a goal line drop. I think the on-field decision is going to be held up, I think. On-field decision is no try. Okay, so they're going to try to find some ground here, but I think the on-field decision is held up, which means the Lions will have a goal line dropout. So it's interesting. I mean, that's an interesting law variation, isn't it? The fact that a ball that's held up suddenly is a turn of possession, and you've now got the chance to try and kick it deep, but then they've also got a free chance of drop goal, which we've seen happen quite a lot. So Brock Harris. Held up by Andrea. So it's still up, it's still up, it's still up. We're not going to see anything there. I think this is going to be held up. Someone please assist me as the game on was at half time. The game is currently on. That's why the scoreboard says 26-55. I promise I won't gloat too much if the Stormers win. I'm hoping that's a big if. At the moment, I'll be very surprised if you don't, but you never know. I should probably put the URC studio on, shouldn't I? Ta-da! There we go. There we go. At a hope. Yeah, as you wait for this, please do smash a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. Lots of rugby today. We've got Six Nations. We've got Ireland taking on France tonight, which should be an absolute cracker. We've got Scotland versus Wales. That starts in about 45 minutes' time. Obviously, we've got Sharks versus Bulls after this, which should be quite a cool game. I'll be doing that game live. We won't be doing a watch-along for Wales versus Scotland, but we will have commentary available on the Forever Sports channel. What are you thinking for the Six Nations today? Ireland take France. I think if Ireland can play like last weekend, I think they can beat France. But I think if France play as well as France can play, I think that I think it's a very difficult one to call. Anyway, Damien Villeneuve now looking to try and attack the Lions. I think they run straight into lots of traffic there. Gets tackled. Paul de Vet going to Ernst van Rijn. Ernst van Rijn giving away to Hajjatiba Darmani. He steps away from Vincent Tuka. Still goes Darmani. He's straight through, and that might be the worst piece of defending I have seen from a Lions player in a very long time. That is absolutely pathetic. Dean, not good enough for the Lions, went down to the Western Cape to try and make a name for himself. He stepped outside Vincent Tuka, and then he's just waltzed away from anyone. And no one even thought about attacking. Everyone was just sort of, come on, here we go. I'm really traffic man at the moment. Look at this. There's huge gaps, so Vincent Tuka has to come across. He again gets the tackle away, and there's nobody home. And I mean, fucking evil for you. Make a dive. Try something there. I mean, even for you, gets across and then just decides, you know what? Actually, I can't. Just make a dive. Try something, man. Where's the desire? Where is the desire there? He probably wouldn't have made a difference. But how? I mean, he literally got within half a meter and then pulled out the tackle. I mean, the first defender is Vincent Tuka, who suddenly, I mean, there was a gap the size of the bloody Grand Canyon on either side of him. So there was so much space for the Stormers, which is why he had to dash across. But then once he gets past that creel, but I'm sorry, I want to see how close Evil for Young gets here. He's basically there. Even Tian Swanepoel. Like, put in a dive here, chaps. Try and take the legs. You never know. Maybe he does roll over the touch. But Christ, don't die wondering. What an absolute disaster. Right under the poles as well. 3 points to 10. Shambolic defense. A really good step by Chabi Darmani. And he's got so much pace. A bit of almost a sketchy kickoff there for Sebastian Atla. Chabi Darmani proving to be a thorn in his previous team's side at the moment. Paul de Vet from inside 22, so he can go straight to touch, but he doesn't find touch. It's Ever for Yun. He's got a couple plays behind him, but he backs himself to go himself. Ajay Warner now going to Australia. I think it's his second touch of the game. Not the cleanest ball yet for Ajay Warner. He has to go digging a little bit. Gives it across to PJ Buerta, who's rolled awkwardly straight into the hands of Vasco and Tabeni, but they have lost their feet. The ball pops to the back. Tian Swanepoel goes to Frankie Horn. Frankie Horn to Stian Pienaar. Stian Pienaar comes inside. And Tian Swanepoel, the ball's come loose. Go back for the knockout advantage initially, so it'll be a scrum for the Lions, thank goodness. Nice little break there from Franco Horn. Stian Pienaar coming inside, desperately trying to get away from Paul de Vet. And then Tian Swanepoel knocking it on. I mean, you can't knock the ball on like that. Thankfully, we had a knock-on advantage. At the 40-minute mark, when they run out, if I don't see Jordan Hendricks, I want to see the Similane, Morne van den Berg, or running out, I'm not going to be happy. They need to be on by 15 minutes the latest, because those three could be the difference here. Forehanding here so far from the Stormers, which suits the Lions, because the scrum is the only thing that we can do pretty well. We just need to be more clinical here. Stormers we got to make them work hard for their points. We haven't made them work hard enough for me. Salute to the chat. Welcome, Crossy. Hope you're well. Good to see you back on here. Under the feet there. It's a pretty solid scrum. Now starting to move forward. Andrew Warner breaks. Going to Birgit Oendal. Birgit Oendal, a nice little move, and we can't catch the ball, so it's a knock-on advantage for the Stormers. Scrum advantage there for the Stormers, which they should lose now. Advantage over as Damien Willems still sitting at the 10. Kicks deep down leader for Yun's throat. Here for Yun, just kicks it up the middle of the park. So Warwick well positioned. Inside the 22, Warwick looking for a big touch finder. Doesn't find touch at all. Tian Swanepoel kicks the ball up. He's going to chase his own kick here. So a piece underneath it. It's a nice tackle from Tian Swanepoel. Good pressure on here as well from Manny Russ, who was trying to get over the ball, but Stormers have got possession inside their own half right against the touchline. Now inside to RJ Smith. Frankie Horn trying to rip the ball from the tackle. And then hands beyond the ball penalty against Ruben Schoolman. So just as you're trying to create a little bit of pressure, we concede another penalty, which allowed the Stormers to kick towards the corner. And I think they won the bonus point here today, the Stormers. John Dobson was talking about, we need to get as much bigger of a cushion as possible. So he's fancying a bonus point, which that's just disrespectful against a team which did demolish you last time. But the Lions haven't pitched up yet. We basically have had very little possession inside Stormers territory. But if you look at the territory stats, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's about 75-25. It's a decent tackle, yeah, from Ruan Strari. That's hand behind on the ball there from Ruben Schoolman. You see, from a scrum, and we're all the way back at the Stormers line in the 22. It's just the discipline and lack of set piece. You're not using the set piece. So Sergio Pizza straight to Burger Wendell there. That's a good turnover, actually. I don't know who that was, but it was a really good turnover on the ground. I think it's PJ Buerta. Edel van der Merwe now of all players, and the ball skews off the right of his boot. It won't find touch, though. Sibela Sanatla. Pass inside to Warwick Land. Warwick Land assessing his options. Decides to put in the kick from behind. Tian Swanepoel chasing after it. He will. Now kick deep there, and he will find touch. So, yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Good tackle there. And it's Tian Swanepoel, of all people, actually got over that ball. They managed to turn it over. Where's sound go? I think the sound should still be okay. You guys tell me. It seems to be working on my side. So if there isn't any sound, let me know. 7 turnovers conceded a piece. So breakdown has been a bit of an issue for both sides, actually. Ball at the top to RJ Smith, to Paul de Vet. Brings it down to Monty Liebach. Gives it to Warwick Land, to Deon Free. Deon Free giving it to Ruan Nell. It's a good tackle, and the ball goes behind. I think it should be a Stormers put in. Scrum line out, so I think option for the Stormers. So knock on as the tackle came in against Ruan Nell. It's an important tackle here from Stian Pino as he comes in to try and force it. The pass goes out to Sanatla, we're in trouble. So it's an important tackle for Pino to make it. And I'm sure the Stormers will ask the line out, because why would you go for the scrum? It's been teethless so far, toothless from the Lions. Even when they've had possession, they just haven't really made the Stormers work. And that's what I'm saying. You've got to get our playmakers in. You've got to get the players who will test the Stormers in, and that's the likes of a Similani. It's going to Bernie, to Warren Ori, straight down to Paul de Vet, to Monty Liebach, giving flat to Darmani, steps inside. This time Vince took wrapping up. Paul de Vet now going to Monty Liebach. He goes to the boot. And bounces up for Yun. Set to 22, puts in a kick towards the touchline. That's a very nice kick from him. Will they keep it alive? They do. They go to Warwick Land. Long pass out wide to Sanatla. Right, Sanatla with a bit of pace. Gives out wide to David Vincent. Nice take from him. He's brought down by, I think it's Jakob Creel. That's such a stupid penalty to fucking... decent tackle. Good pressure at the breakdown. Burger Wendell comes in, I think from the side is the call. Doesn't come through the gate. Puts his arm down and can see another bloody penalty. You just can't do anything right, can we? Just be patient for once in your bloody life. A really good tackle here from Jakob Creel. Ruan Strali literally picked him up with the ball. I don't think he's kicked that dead, by the way. Well, that's a huge... how is this not a penalty for holding on? Because Ruan Strali gets over the ball and literally picks him up with the ball in hand. So if that's not holding on, then I don't know what is holding on. And especially, I think it was the Six Nations last weekend, we saw that being blown very quickly. But to get out of jail free, as Monty Liebach has kicked that straight into touch. So it will be a scrum where he kicked it. So suddenly the Lions would have scrum inside the own half. And it's not a particularly impressed John Dobson. Lions can't seem to string together any decent attacking play. Seems we don't have any ideas. Yeah, I mean, and then we try this fancy set move with the back of the scrum, and Stian Pienaar just drops it. Like it's just not accurate, is it? Munster with a dreadful loss to Glasgow last night. I actually haven't seen any of the results last night. I was working last night, so I was all on football. That's interesting. Scotland to take Wales. Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people. I think the Wales are more competitive than a lot of even their fans are saying. But I think if Scotland were to win, well, it's a nice big scrum there from the Lions. Use it as the call, but it was a good scrum. Warner going to inside ball to Stian Pienaar. Go Stian Pienaar. He's breaking through. Go. He's not going to outrun his Sinatra. He's inside the 22. He needs support. Picks up and goes himself. Good move here. Quick ball from Warner. Vincent Tuka. Looking to keep it alive. Through Australia. Now take it down. Oh, ball for what? Oh, no. Oh, Dion Free is fighting again. Shock and horror. I'm sorry. How is that called as holding on? And literally 2 minutes ago, Ruan Australia picked him up exactly the same amount of time, and that wasn't holding on. I mean, first bit of creativity we saw from the Lions, a brilliant break whatsoever. But how are you so quick to blow that for holding on? And 2 minutes ago, we didn't get it as well. Nah, I don't agree with that call. I don't agree with that call at all. Is it very nice little wrap around there from Stian Pienaar. Unfortunately, he's never going to outrun Sinatra, so he does bring him down, places it, picks it up again. It's a really good run from him, but I wanted to see the consistency here because, I mean, Dion Fourie goes for it, and he's allowed to go for it, but Ruan Australia had the exact same opportunity 2 minutes earlier, and nothing was called there. In fact, Berger Windal was then penalised afterwards for having a second go. But the same thing seemed to happen now, and it gets called for not releasing. So, yeah, I'm not sure it's very consistent with that calling there. But anyway, Stormers with the scrum, with the maul. Kick over the top now. Sergio Peterson, Edel van der Merwe taken nicely out. Ball over the top from Lions, and it's a mark from Mike Liebach with 15 seconds left. Anyway, 13-11 was the score. Leinster beat Edinburgh. Yeah, I saw that Leinster one. Finally, decent attack. Nice Lions run, but no cigar, unfortunately. Did they kick the touch in goal? Not sure how direct into touch from a penalty can result in a scrum from the kick. So they connect. They kicked it straight into the in-goal area there. So the Stormers will just tap it and kick it into. So the final halftime score is 3 points to 10. The Lions, apart from that final attack, did not look like they had much in the locker, to be perfectly honest. The Stormers didn't have to work particularly hard. I mean, it's a nice try score by Diamani. Pretty poor defensive setup there from the Lions. And the Lions first of all, need more possession and they need more accuracy. The Stormers, again, probably also a bit of the same, actually. Losing the ball a little bit too easy. The breakdown's been an issue for both sides. The scrum's looking good for the Lions. The lineup's looking terrible. The Lions looking, as you'd expect, very good for the Stormers. But yeah, if Flower got that kick, it would have been 13-all. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to take a small break and then we'll be back for the second half. So halftime at Ayers Park is 3 points to 10. The Stormers leading the Lions. And I'll be back in just a few. Don't go away. Please do smash like on the video, by the way. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Right, hello everybody, and we're back. We are back. So, halftime score, 3 points to 10. Stormers leading. A halftime substitution. Ruan Fente is on, and I don't know who on for, so I assume Ruan Strada. I'm trying to see who's there, but frustrating. I think, the Stormers have definitely been the better side and deserve the lead, but the Lions have not made them work hard enough. Far too many basic areas allowing them to be very comfortable in the game to get away with far too much. And also Tennyson's on the park as well. I think on for Ernst van Rijn from what I heard there. So we see a couple of Kimberley games in the sun lineup for the EU teams. We're talking about Marshby and Munster coming here. Durban slippery, soapy ball should be fun too. Not going to mention the thin, high-filled air. Mark said I picked Lions. They're probably going to come out like a house on fire. Come on, the Stormers. The Lions need to start well here. The Lions have got to start well here. The Stormers did not start well, particularly well with Damien Willems just fumbling the ball immediately after the kickoff, but we couldn't make it count. So let's actually, because that's the thing. I don't think the Stormers have played well. I don't think they've been particularly good. We just haven't made them have to play well. That's the frustrating thing. They haven't played particularly well, and yet they're in the lead because the Lions haven't tested them enough. So Ruan Strada is still in the park. So I'm trying to work on. I don't know if it's Vincent. I think it's Vincent Tuku who might have gone off, by the way. Ruan Fente. I'm confused to why you then put on Ruan Fente. I suppose you can put Ruan Strada on the flank. So yeah, I think Vincent Tuku could be off. I'm hoping that he's still on. Decent line of attention there, by the way. Kick-off attention. So who's? So it is Strada, but we just saw Strada, didn't we? I swear we just saw Strada. I'm confused. Anyway, we do make clearance up towards the halfway line. Amy Batteron reckons it's about the 10-meter line. So they said it's for Ruan Strada, although I thought I saw him on the park. Right, Glasswell's still not very convincing the Stormers. Yeah, I wouldn't say you played tremendously well, but you haven't had to, have you? Which is the frustrating part. So anyway, early set piece here from that's a nice stat. The Lions are yet to win a URC match in which they trailed at halftime. We haven't exactly won that many full stops. So anyway, Dion Faris, strong carry in the midfield there. Quick recycle there from Paul de Vet. Sweet Armani, a bit of a no-look pass. Good line they run from Ronald, but it was well wrapped up, I think, by Money Rush. She was aware to the threat. Penalty for what? Offside. For fuck's sakes. They have a shot here, so this is the problem. So who's offside here? Yeah, Money Rush standing in offside position. It's pity because it was a nice defensive read by him on Ruan now.
The good that the Lions are able to achieve. There's too many tackles, need to shore it up. It's not only just Mr. Drake, it's further and further. Which goes to 10 missed tackles from the home side in the first half. It's the sixth penalty that they conceded, so those two combined.
Right, pretty straightforward. Yeah, for my Liebach. Bulls Lions Italy predictions. Italy's a huge prediction. That's gone off. Oh, it's just straightened as no. That wasn't a particularly convincing kick there for my Liebach. It just straightened at the last minute and snuck it off the crossbar and went in. But not his best kick there from Money Liebach. But the net result is true, so that's what counts. Is Ruan Fente bench for the Lions? He is. In fact, he's actually on the park. On for Ruan Strada, who it doesn't look like he's out there. So we're going to see him half an hour, a good 40 minutes out from Ruan Fente, which should be quite cool. Right, restart here. Chasing hard is Dion Pina, who brings on Damien Willems for a while under a lot of pressure. It's good to see. Now Paul de Vet's going to go to Spport Armani. Marcel Tennyson also on for the Stormers. So 2 half-time substitutions, one per side. I'd like to see Jordan Henderson on quite quickly. But yeah, I'm keen to see a nice 40 minutes from Ruan Fente. He's an exciting youngster. being backed quite a lot at the moment. Oh, that's charged down by Paul de Vet, and it's fallen to Frankie Hall. In fact, the ball's gone down, but Money Russ has managed to turn it over. So the Lions got the ball just outside the 22. Need a scrum off here. So Andrew Warner eventually finds his way there. Ruan Fenter at first receiver. You'll feel a pretty flat pass there for Vince Tuka, well wrapped up by Dion Faree. And the ball goes popping off the side. And then Tian Swanepoel's, I'm not convinced. When that ball pops up from Dion Faree, I'm not quite sure how legal that was. They've been turned here, has Dion Pino on 50-22. But I want to look at this breakdown. How does that ball just suddenly pop up the back there? What a stupid comment from the commentator. That's got to be the biggest 50-22 I've seen from a long time. The law's been in effect for about 6 months. Like, what do you mean it's the longest than you? Why are you looking at this like, no, the last time I saw 50-22 like that was years ago. This time last year, that rule didn't even exist at this level. Commentators, make me laugh. Bit of a messy line. Rock Harris there. Pressure on from Vince Tuka. He gets the ball away to Dion Faree. Gets off, wrapped up by Jakob Creel and Vince Tuka. It's that ball to Master Tennyson, his first carry. Another big tackle for Vince Tuka on Dion Kitsoff. Important defense from the Stormers. Watchalong to Ruan now. Steps inside. Still going Ruan now. Very lateral. Still going is Ruan now. Somebody just try and tackle them. Pick up and go. Well defended there from Ruan Skuman and Ruan Fenter. Now Paul de Vet going to Moine Liebach. I think they've got the numbers here. Damien Willemse. The hands out to Snatler. And that's so fucking easy. Okay, can we roll the subs now? Can we roll the subs, please? Can we actually put in place you can actually play this bloody game? There's just nobody out wide. The defense is absolutely horrendous. Ah, dear. What a kick. Never mind, balls in Italy. How are you backing Italy against England? I think it's a massive, massive call. I know that England have rotated a lot, but I still think that's a huge call. Storm's game plan is get the ball close to Evil for you, and he'll get the ball back for us. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Make the changes. Put Tian Swanepoel back at fullback. Put Jordan Henderson on at 10. Put Ronasila Similani at outside centre. We are now potentially chasing a 17-point deficit. What have you got to lose? What? And put on bloody Jakob Asaki. If I have to see PJ Buerta at line once more, I'm just gonna lose it. I can't. You can't put me through this emotional turmoil. So it's quite a tricky kick. This it's up against touchline. It does favor the right-footed kicker because he can start this couple meters towards the right and just try and bring it in. That's exactly what he has done, but it's just faded off towards the right. Look at the defensive setup. There's just no numbers. It's forwards against backs as well. And then again, I think that's Eva for Yun who goes in for the tackle, which should be PJ Buerta's man. That's Stian Pino. It comes off his line, and that's what creates the overlap. You've got to trust your inside defender. If he goes inside, it's not your fault, but you've got to trust your inside defender. As soon as Stian Pino came inside there, that's what creates the overlap. Damien Willemse running quite close to the touchline, but he does manage to stay inside off the kickoff. All stay from that 50-22, the longest one that's not a particularly good kick there for Watchalong. And Stian Pino can take this, which he does. That's a nice spin away as well. Good tackle there from Ruan Null. But Lions with the possession. Just outside 22. Why are we using Eva for you as a ball carrier? No, Ruan Null, that's, I was about to say, release that. Ruan Dre, his first carrier of the half. And Andrew Warner has dropped it at the fucking breakdown. Get him off! Get him off! Put the bloody subs on. We've got better players on the bench, so put them on. I don't understand how Andre Warner continues to start when you got Morty van den Berg on the bench. I don't understand it. Yeah, just drops the thing because he's not concentrating. It comes with the boot. I mean, really, guys? It's tough. It's tough supporting this team. It really is. Yeah, thank you. Morty van den Berg is on. Get out of here. Well, the good news is I'm not seeing anybody on the Lions bench. It means they're all warming up. I'll see STP actually be in the near future. Put it this way, I've blown any chance to ever getting a job with the union because I attack them too much. But, dear. Lions are risk of finishing bottom with the URC at this rate. No, not really, because the Zebra aren't winning a game. The Lions will win a couple more games in the season, I'm sure of it. As I said, I mean, like, it all comes down when a couple of the European teams come down here. I think the return of injuries will make a big difference. You know, when Jordan Hendrick's starting again one side at 10, we can just keep one to see a Similani here for the rest of the season. I think we will. I think we will win a couple more games. I'm not worried about finishing bottom. We're not going to really compete anyway. Kick over the top from Warwick. Edel van der Merwe wants to try and counter attack. We haven't seen much from him today. With ball in hand, solid hit there. Now there's a bit of continuity. Edel for Yun almost getting through. Now quick ball. It's like a whole different bloody ball game when Warwick van der Berg comes on. See, quick. And it's van der Merwe. I mean, we've already gone through 5. And again, the ball's recycled. Now Cardi Sardi. It's like a whole different side. It's a whole different game plan. It's a whole different prospect when Morty van den Berg is on. It's quick ball. We've already had 8 phases here. Quick ball. You see hands. Vince took it down the side there. Hands. Stays inside up to 22. Frankie Horn now recycling it. Going to Ruan Fenter. Up to 22. Couple of offloads here. I mean, this must be about. That's now the 9th phase. Ever for you, stop using him as a ball carrier. He's the smallest person on the field by country mile. I mean, my cat would be a better ball carrier than Evil for Yun. Morty van den Berg. This time, you want to pull? Manny Rasco inside, searching for a bit of a gap. Runs into Marvin Ory. You don't want to run into Marvin Ory, but he is inside the 22. Now, Evil for Yun. Stop running into the big props. You are small. And knock on. As I sing his praises, Morty van den Berg knocks it on. Unfortunately, Morty van den Berg trying to pick up on the go and leaving the ball behind. And Storm is not really sure what to do. Warwick Land getting through. Damien Willemser, there's no one back. It's going to be such an easy try. Yeah. Oh, no! Ankle tap from Ruan Fenter. I love it. The ball's still alive. Cyril Peterson. Stian Pienaar can't fucking tackle. Nobody can fucking tackle. They've gone end to end. They've gone end to end because we can't tackle. I mean, really? That is so rudimentary. Sack the coaching staff. Sack everybody. But, I will say a but. First of all, this is a really good ankle tap here from Ruan Fenter because I thought Paul de Vet for all money was away. We're going to check if this pass is potentially forward. Please be forward. But that's a huge ankle tap there. And then Stian Pienaar has to make this tackle, and he doesn't. But it's a small consolation. 10 phases, all of a sudden. I mean, how does one player come on? He makes such a big difference. Like, yes, we've just conceded a try. Frustrating. And it's end-to-end because we were on the attack. But it's like a whole different side. It literally, we went from being like Italy to Scotland with the way we were playing. With one change. Why does he not start? What is the point? Why do we sit there with Andrew Warner the entire game where we can't do absolutely anything? And then suddenly put a Morty van den Berg and suddenly the side knows what to do on attack. And suddenly they can up the tempo. The only thing the Lions have is fitness and altitude. That's all they've got. We don't have a physical pack. We've got a very young side. So the only thing you can do is to try and run teams off their feet. And you can only do that by keeping possession and playing at a high tempo. Playing 11, 12, 13 phases every time. Forcing 11, 12, 13 tackles every time. But we don't do that. Okay, so the two Jadukas have swapped. Vincent has gone off. Not his best game, but it's his first game back, so I'm not expecting too much from him. He'll be fine. Emmanuel is on, but Yakubasaki's on as well, which is the right side as well. Now I just need to see a new flower half on forever for Yun, and I need to see a new outside centre in the form of Wandisila Simlani. Not that Manu Russ has been terrible today, but we need creativity. Manu Libak under a little pressure from that kick there. Back in the pocket is Dion Swanepoel, gives it across to Stian Pino. What's Stian Pino going to conjure up? He runs straight to Dion Ferry. Want to find a berg to Ruan Dreyer. For you and Manu Rust going down the blind side. Almost sneaking through, picking up and going again. It's a nice little carry by Manu Rust. Morning van den Berg going to Evil for Yun, who will take it up himself. Almost getting the line of two players, but isolated. Morning van den Berg now going to Ruan Dreyer, putting his head down and just carrying strongly. Jan Swanepoel showing go. What is up with our fly halves? And I mean, we've got massive forwards. I mean, why would we want Cardasari to carry? Well, that's a. I mean, jeepers, I think Manu Russ is almost broken Marcel Tennison's ankle with that step. There we go, Cardasari. Speak of the big man, going on a bit of a run there. Burger Wendell through. Oh no, he's just popped up. He was through, was Burger Wendell. Didn't have any support. Sealing off.
He's not rewarded in practice. Almost
it's very frustrating. It's such a nice break from Burger and no support play, nobody to offload too. Yeah, I want to see. I missed the replay now because the penalties against sealing off, which I think would be against Morning van den Berg, which I didn't think looked like the case at live time. But anyway, I think the full team went off to coach the Lions. I'm not even going to bother. They don't deserve me. I mean, it's such a good break here. Show and go, bang. Fortunately, he can't keep his feet. He's looking for the offload. There's nobody there. So he goes down here, does Morning van den Berg, and he's on his knee. Look, I'm not convinced that Watchalong came through the gate there, but, whatever. Can we just put some subs on here? Can we just put on the players here? We've got 55 minutes. And let's see. The only thing we could do as a Lions fan is appreciate some of the younger players. So let's put on Jordan Hendrickson and let's put on Wandisila Simlani and let's see if they can do something. Ivan, instead of watching cluelessly, wondering what's going wrong, tell you what's going wrong. Your team can't fucking tackle. That's what's going wrong. It's not a hard thing to diagnose. It's like you walk in with a stab wound and you've been impaled. You've got a spear sticking inside your stomach, and then you sit there going, what's wrong with you? You know what's wrong. You've got a starting hooker that can't throw a ball into the line out, and you've got a team that can't tackle. Mind you, launching that in the air. Damien Vincent chasing hard, as is Ruan now. You're for Yun underneath it, and it's a knock on, I think, from him. And Stormers, that goes back to Jack Creel. No knock on, actually. So Edel van der Merwe carries it into. Morning van den Berg back to the pocket to Tian Swanepoel. And that looks like it's going to go out in the full. Take him off then, man. Sakes. I'm so sick of seeing players. Thank you. I want to see the Similani on for Manu Russ. You can't make mistake after mistake. This is the second time that Tian Swanepoel has not found touch. Is there any consequence? No, there's not. There's no consequence whatsoever. You can make as many mistakes as you want, and you can just chill apparently, because what's the point? He's made far too many mistakes today. Make us up. You've got Jordan Hendrickson. Is he at least up? Is he at least standing? Is he at least ready to come on? Right, Damien Willemse stepping away from one, backed up by Frankie Horn, who's actually, that's a really nice tackle. He's took the ball in the tackle as well. It's turnover possession for the Lions. Lakosaki's picked up and go. Yaka Creel now carrying strongly. He's been decent today. He's just tried hard. Now back in the pocket. Now Tian Swanepoel, you can't kick this ball out in the full, otherwise it'll be a line back where you kicked it, you nonce. So Milani's first contribution is a tackle on Warwick Lunt. Stormers back inside their own half. Hershey Yankees on for the Stormers, by the way. Nakawasaki quickly on Snutler to make the tackle. Good intensity from him. Chalk and cheese between him and PJ Burt, if you ask me. Hershey Yankees going to Marvin Ori at first receiver. Now Monty Liebach. Monty Liebach looking for a bit of space. Almost through, but he's brought down by JP Smith, who's on the park as well. Counter rack on was good. He managed to go through on Hershey Yankees as well. That's nice pressure there. See, a bit of initiative. That's what I like to see. A bit of initiative. Oh my goodness, what a line from Marcel Tennyson. He's away. He's got no support. So Stephen Kitsoff. I mean, how is Stephen Kitsoff the man in support? Lions eventually back. Hershey Yankees ball out to Ruan Nell. Ruan Nell to David Willemse. David Willemse to Peterson. He's cutting inside. And JP Smith is all over that. Good turnover as well. Better. I mean, jeepers. What a line it was by Marcel Tennyson. Straight through the gap. Now back to Eva for Yun for the clearance. The scramble defense there at least worked for once. Joffrey's supposed to help the Lions. Yeah, look, I think there's only so much you can do. Take a water. What did he say? You can take a water. You can take a water to drink to water, but you can't make him drink, which I think could be the case to a certain degree. Yeah. Do you think Liebach has had something to do with the Stormers' hot streak? Look, I think Warwick Lunt is the biggest difference. I think he's been the plan. He's been in unbelievable form. Mine Liebach has been good and bad, I think, this year. I think we've seen some very good games from him. I thought he was exceptional at Loftus. I thought he was pretty poor at Kings Park. So a bit of an up and down time for him. But yeah, when he plays well, the Stormers, it does help the Stormers. He's a very creative fly half. When you've got so much creativity, him, Willemse, Warwick Lunt, it's always a nice combination. Warwick Lunt this time at first receiver. Liebach caught on the ball actually by Manuel Stuku. He's actually come on and added a bit of impetus, a bit of personality to the game. You know, he's going up quickly, he's trying to put Stormers under pressure. David Willemse hoist that high. It'll be a tester for Edel van der Merwe up against Sertal Peterson. Very nice taken out the air by Edel van der Merwe. Oh, he sits down here. Young who manages to hang on to a leg. Monde van der Merwe goes to the blind side. There's no support. So Burger Undog throws in tight. Swanepoel goes to Viljoen. Viljoen spots a bit of space out there. And now Warwick Lunt will turn the favour. And it's straight into touch. So that'll be a nice opportunity now for the Lions to get in here. Eunice says P team effort. Wales 3, Scotland 0, 4 minutes. Yeah, I've got it off in the back line there. So we're busy monitoring it. We are being outplayed and outcoached. Lions coaching staff really need to look at themselves and ask themselves if they're up for this. Yeah, look, it's always a combination, is it? I think that the squad we have as well is it's not good enough. We know it's not good enough. And if you lose Burger Windal and Similani and Vincent Tuka, you might as well just say, listen, cheaters, have it. Have the opportunity here. Do you want to just come play here? Because we're obviously not taking this seriously. If you can't take yourself seriously, how can anybody else take you seriously? Tias Swanepoel is off. Jordan Henderson is on. There we go. Well, it's a messy lineup, but the Lions do retain it through Monde van den Berg. Chaps, we need a scrum off. Yeah, it comes in the form of JP Smith. He gives it to Bakari Sadi. He's putting a good shift again today. But the balls, I mean, as I say, the ball's gone loose here. David BC giving it to Ruan now. And Ruan now just playing a bit of a territory game. The Lions really are hopeless, aren't they?
Taking them back into Another change. They're coming thick and fast now. He's had a good game as well. He's put his body on the line. He had an ankle injury early on. Made 11 tackles. Done one at set piece. Scott's ready to be happy with this game.
Right, so as usual, the Lions can't put in a line out. So it's not just the PJ Boyd thing. Apparently, it's just a systematic error. So turnover ball for the Stormers. I'm going to go back for the knock on there. But good to see Jordan Hendricks on. It's about the only thing I look forward to watching when it comes to Lions. Just watching a couple of individuals, not even about the team performance anymore. Isn't that sad, eh?
A tough day for Berger and Ivy coming back from concussion. Here's the mistake, the little knock on from Ruan Fenter. They have the advantage being played to the Stormers and Manny Crew. Not just another example of what an effective contestant can do at line-out time. You don't have to win the ball necessarily, but make a mess of
Dear.
line-out, or at least the quality of the ball they receive.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Scrum's won. So it's 5 for the Lions, 3 for the Stormers. The Stormers have lost 1 scrum. It's about the only thing. So I think Julian Redlinghurst is then probably the only competent coach if we were to look at it, because he's the only one whose department is not an issue. Scrum times are all good. Big scrum there from the Lions. And my screen will catch up. Yeah, penalty there. Carly Sardi. Well, you know what? He doesn't deserve us, to be honest. He doesn't deserve us. He doesn't deserve what we can give him. He deserves so much better. He deserves to be a decent side, Carly Sardi. This looks like the pre-Jan Ackerman Lions. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just the same Lions thing, isn't it? A good team comes in, they start getting reformers, they look really good, they all leave, you can't replace them. Well, Carly Sardi, that's your last contribution, but what a contribution it was. Massive scrum to win a penalty, and now he'll be replaced by the veteran, Yanni Duplessis. No wonder the Lions jersey 90% off Total Sport. 90% off, they're nice. Maybe I should get one. I haven't had a new Lions jersey in ages. Well, we've managed to win the lineup. Morty van den Berg, Jordan Hendricks to Edwin van der Merwe, who is well wrapped up by Monty Liebach, and they're trying to keep him up. He does manage to get himself down to the ground. Morty van den Berg to Ruan Fenter. Now van den Berg to Hendricks. What is Hendricks going to do? Goes himself. And we're going to lose that ball because no one's racking. He's dropped that, so it'll be a scrum full. Oh, turnover! Similani! Go back for the scrum. Poor pass to Similani. It almost looked like Sunderland Lions would be able to counter-attack there. Yeah, the problem with the steal is when the Similani was basically being pushed out the way, so he couldn't actually get into the ruck. Then Jordan Hendricks picked up and go. But yeah, big scrum here enough for the Lions. Be nice, but what is the word I'm looking for? Position for a penalty, kick it to the corner.
Two wonderful Springboks square up on this near side. The only good to see is Stephen Kitsoff. A fascinating record for Stephen Kitsoff for the last test match of 2021.
Worth noting that penalty that Carly Sardi won in the last thing was against Stephen Kitsoff. So I think there was somebody else the other day that was saying that Carly Sardi is not good enough to be a Bok. I struggle to see which department he doesn't take, to be honest. I know he's not as mobile and everybody worries about that. But if Franz Herbert can be a Bok, Carly Sardi can be a Bok. He's 24 years old. Get him in there. Surely we deserve one squad member as the Lions. Surely just one squad member. Like, I'm not asking that much, is it? No, Yanni versus Stephen Kitsov. That's a big line scrum again. Keep it in there, Franco. Keep it in there. There's the advantage. Franco Horn goes the blind side to Stian Pienaar. Runs into Steve Snutler. Big leg drive there. They've gone early there, have this Stormers. That should be penalty advantage for side. We want Fenn to carry strong. Yeah, I'll go back for the penalty. Okay, kick for the corner.
Another power scrum from the Lions. 2 in a row now. Stormers have Francois Herbert and Maitland Fisher out injured. Brock Harris.
Right, we've gone to the corner. Can the Lions score a try? Is that in the realms of the possibilities here?
Some reinforcements to welcome back as the competition evolves.
The answer is no, because we can't win a line-out. Who is our line-out? Who is our forwards coach? Because he needs to be sacked. Honestly, needs to be sacked. I've never seen a professional union with such shit line-outs.
Spoke about improvement in last week's game against the Bulls. They played the Bulls back to back, home and away. But that's to what he said ahead of this game. He'll be disappointed in how some basic errors have cost them in good field position. Yeah, I mean, that's unrelated. It's not the first time in a line they've had where they've been unable to strike from the red zone. It's the coach going to put him on cover. Very disappointed from.
Red Eye games, so 25 games, 3 cancelled, 7-1 and 15 lost. Really bad since October 2020. Yeah, look, we know that the Lions are on a dip. I want to know what's the plan? You know, where is the plan? You know, because the plan can't be we've got really good youngsters, we'll wait 5 years for them to be 25, 26 years old and be good enough. That can't be the plan. That's not in a stretch. She's like it. I mean, that you had no chance catching that because that went straight to the Stormers side. But anyway, that's the frustration. You know, it's just a case of where's the plan? You know, there's no investment. There's no players being signed. There's there's nothing. What are the players that we signed? A couple of Pumas players and JB Smith from the Major League Rugby. You compare that to the Sharks signings. You compare that to the Bulls signings. Even the blooming Stormers are signing players from the Premiership, are renewing contracts, you know, keeping their Springboks. Solid run there from Andrew Hugo Fenter. There's just no plan. Good covering there from Wanasila Similani. What can he now do in the counter-attack? He's been reeled in by Mani Liebach. He's still going there, Similani, though. Needs some support. Moni van den Berg back to Jordan Hendrickson. Jordan Hendrickson will release that big boot of his. Snatler bounces up for Warwick Holland. He's got a bit of time. What's he going to do? He's just weighing up his options. He's decided to run himself. Then shifts across to Mani Liebach. Decent tackle by him on Moni van den Berg. A couple of players are over that, but no holding on according to the referee. As you can fence at first year, Snatler, that looked borderline forward. There's numbers on the outside here. Shot down Mani. Chosen goes to Duplessis. Tackle comes from Frankie Horn. We evaded the tackle of Eva for Yun. Moni van den Berg over that ball. And thank you. Finally gets penalty for the breakdown. He's been trying every single breakdown to try and get some rewards, Moni van den Berg. To very little. Couple of players down, stuff like that. Right, here comes Angela Davids. On for Sergio Peterson. Just score one try. Come on, chaps. Right, Lorna win. Morning van den Berg. Not the best pass to Jordan Hendrickson. Gives it to Birgit Wendell. Goes himself. Morning van den Berg to Tuka. Wendell to Jakriel. Good tackle by him, but he makes the offload. And Marcel Tennyson, who was sitting around there by the Lions' side, is the profiteer of that. Onto Hugo Fent. I mean, the Lions, I mean, they wouldn't be able to organize a piss up in the brewery, honestly. Couldn't get laid in a brothel. There's so many blooming superlatives that I could decide this game. Unfortunately, nothing. That's a fantastic take up the air from Ruan now. Oh, just tackle someone, please. Just for once in your blooming life, just tackle someone. That's good pressure there from Yakovasaki, but comes away to Tennyson. Diamond with another good line. Morning van den Berg once again over the ball, winning another penalty. Surely, ref. Why must he leave? I mean, literally, I mean. Dab through. Yakriel is there. Oh, Yakriel's fumbled it behind. It'll be another try. I mean, it's comical. It's comical. It is. I personally think there should have been a penalty for holding on, but as I understand, you look at that penalty, and at the end of the first half, when the Lions were penalized for not releasing, Dion Fourie must have been on the ball for maybe a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. And that's not been the case with the line. I mean, Morning van den Berg, let's look at this break here. Diamani spins away, goes down. He's on it. How is that? Unless he missed the ball completely. I want to see from the side angle. Because for me, it looked like Morning van den Berg was on the ball. And if he was, then how was it not holding on? So unless he missed the ball completely. Anyway, that's the bonus point try. Yippity doo dah day. But also, what do you expect? We didn't even name our best 15. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand how you expect to go into these games and compete when you're leaving your best players on the bench. Yakovasaki has to start. That's a given. Jordan Hendrickson has to start. Tian Swanepoel has to start. That's well and back. It's a good kickoff there from Jordan Hendrickson. Managed Tuka now. And Ruben Scrum, I think, is cramping after that effort. I mean, for fuck's sakes, for you, just fuck off back to bloody Tigers. I mean, you are so pathetic. We do all that work, and he literally little show and go because he's about. I think Carly Sardi would win a race like that, and then he just spoons the ball straight to Ruan now. And once again, that's a nice tackle by Similani and Sinatla. Again, what's the point of you're putting Similani on the bench? What's the point? It's just. If you're not going to pick your best side, then you don't deserve to compete. Edo van der Merwe, what are you going to do for us here, chap? About the only decent signing the Lions have had in the last 2 years. Van der Berg to... Actually, I lie. Carly Sardi was a good sign. JP Smith with a bit of a break. That's nice. That's nice, isn't it? Good job. We went swimming at first receiver. Eva for Yun is so shit. Hey, yellow card, we're now. They've given us a chance to maybe score some points of our own. Right, so we've got a yellow card. Ruan now goes into the bin for the final 5 minutes. Dear. Perhaps the problem is with Australia, our union has lost. Maybe we need another camp. So we do. We need a new owner, for example. We need a new executive. We need a plan here. We can't just be this this Mickey Mouse franchise that doesn't take ourselves seriously. Get rid of all these Lions coaches criticizing your own players in the media, pathetic, plus this criticizing your teammates. Look, after that performance against the Bulls, I think they did deserve to be criticism. I think they were pretty shocking. But yeah, it doesn't excuse the coach staff obviously getting a lot of things wrong because they're picking the wrong team. Look, the nice thing about Jaco Kriel is that he said that we need an attitude change, and then he came in and he's been putting in performances like that. So then he can live and die by his words. But good offload there. Stian Pienaar's away, inside ball. Edel van der Merwe, Monde van der Berg. Yeah, we can score a try. Yeah, we move. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Here comes the comeback in the final 3 minutes. That's actually a very nice try, by the way. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference, but Monde van der Berg's over. He deserves that. Burger Wendell gets in between two. Nice pass out the back to Stian Pienaar, who gets away from Andre Hugo Venter, as you'd imagine. Got the pace. Sucks in. Warwick Holland gets the offload out to Edel van der Merwe, who goes outside Moynier, inside ball to Monde van den Berg, who finishes this very easily. So no issues there. Very nice try. We move. We move, you lads. We move. We're back.
It's already been checked by the TMO. No issues. So trying for Monde van der Berg, his second of the United Rugby Championship campaign.
And we got bloody Shakira going on. I mean, who's the bloody DJ at his party? Imagine having Shakira going on at the moment. Up to 10 points, by the way. 10 points, 32. What was the score? What was the verse fixture? It was quite similar to this, actually. Lions will stop feeding their main sponsor, Twin Savers. Why would you buy Jan van Riebeek players like Kriel, Jan Bone collectors? Well, Jaco Kriel has probably been the best player in the last 3 games, so and he's 29 years old, so I can understand that signing. Yeah, I only do see a bit. Willem Alberts are not the best. That's a bit of footy work there from Stian Pienaar. I mean, where's Ras Bakwana? I'm assuming he's. I mean, also the communicate. They don't even tell you who's injured and who's not. Even for Jürgen, shifting out to Wanasi Similani, trying to inject a bit of pace. Ball over the top to Frankie Horn. Frankie Horn's deciding he's going to run. He gets the ball away to Edel van der Merwe, steps inside. And turnover ball. Sally Sunday comes away with it, gives it to Hershey Yankees. To Holland, and now you go. Yeah, Storm's on the attack. Holland, it's a very good tackle from JP Smith. Goodness me. Very acrobatic tackle as well, which from that's good to do from Monde van der Berg. Gets all over Hershey Yankees. Poor pass down to BC, cleaning up here for the Stormers. Decides to just go to the boot because what else do you do in the final minute when you're nothing on? You kick your check ball and you win it because nobody competes it. Hershey Yankees to Warwick Holland. Warwick Holland gets. How does he get that offload away? It's disgusting. It's not allowed. So Natla now cleaning up a bit of a messy ball. Runs into Monde van den Berg, who's been a better player than Andre Warner in his 10 minutes than Andre Warner's like season. Marvin Ori up to Andre Hugo Venter. Frankie Horn trying to win that ball. And a knock on there. That will knock on. Will be a Stormer scrum in the last 10 seconds. We could just call the game because we've got another match to watch. Yeah, it's not fun, is it?
Phillips's comeback on that don't need to see me taken for a head injury assessment. Doesn't look happy about it, but just the final play of the game to go. They really have run away with it in the second half. Just a 7-point advantage.
I like you, boss. That jersey, you can use that to wash your bucky. I don't even have a car at the moment. My car's actually dead. Not that it's a bucky, but it's very dead. Anyway, so Mani Lebo kicked that ball. Final score, 20 points, 32. The Lions get what they deserve. The Stormers pretty much just, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the Stormers because that just sounds sour. But even as Stormers fans, you'll probably admit they didn't have to work very hard for that, did they? The tries were very, very soft. Pretty poor defense. I mean, you look at the first try, Hachiwa Daimoni stepping outside, Vince Tuka getting away from Jaco Kriel, even for you not even putting an attempt to tackle. Then we had an end-to-end try from after a counter-attack. We then had the try when we went outside. That was probably the best try, to be honest. A couple of decent, fantastic 50-22 from Monde Liebach. Got them into a good position. They shifted out wide. They drew in the numbers and went outside. And Sinatale strolled over. And then a nice look diving behind from Monde Liebach and Yakreel just dropping the ball over the line and Dion Fourie going over. So, yeah, it's look, at the end of the day, you'll read the scoreline as 32 points to 10 to the Stormers. But unfortunately, the Lions just weren't even at the races today. I mean, you look at 77% tackle percentage compared to 91% of the Stormers, So the Lions completely toothless in attack, and the Stormers just taking opportunities when they came by. Dion Fourie, another man of the match performance. I'm trying to think if I would agree with that. Just not bad. Anyway, we'll see you guys afterwards. The game, we're going to be back for Sharks versus Bulls in about 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys then. Please do smash like on the way out and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you guys all very, very soon.